Because something in me is like, you get punched in the head again, you might die this time. Yeah. Okay, so today is Wine Wednesday, so I have my wine and I'm here, like I promised, to tell the concussion story. So I honestly wish Katie was here with me so we could like tell it together, since she was involved in it, because Katie is just so funny and she always feels so bad about things that like she doesn't need to feel bad about. But anyways, so I have my wine, I have a little blanket, and I'm just gonna get into the story. So if you guys have been watching, or I don't know if you know us in real life or whatever, you know that we always like do something big for our birthdays. Like, we're kind of extra. I feel like people think we're really extra and like kind of make fun of us. But anyways, we all turned 21 obviously in the same year, and we all did something cool for our birthday. So Katie, her birthday is the last birthday. She turned 21 in September, so she was the last one. So we were kind of all like, I would say, pretty burnt out. I feel like I've had like a 21st birthday to go to like every month of that year. But anyways, we were so excited to go, so we all pregame at her sister's house. We're like ready to go. All like drinking, taking shots. I'll insert some footage of us taking shots, and it was just a good night. We all looked cute, so I'll insert some pictures. We were really excited because she was renting a bus for us all to go to Saratoga. So her sister was there. Obviously, we're at her sister's house. Her sister was gonna come because her sister is like not that much older than us, so her sister was gonna come, and so was her sister's boyfriend and some of his friends. So we get on the bus and we're ready to go to Saratoga, but I'm like, does everyone have their ID? And then my bitch ass doesn't have my ID. So the bus driver was so nice to drive us all the way to my house, and I run inside, I get my ID, and now we're ready to go to Saratoga. So we're on our way to Toga. It's a good time. We're all dancing, having a great time on the bus, you know, good stuff. If I have clips of that, I'll insert. So yeah, we get to Toga, and immediately Katie is drunk, but it's her birthday, so go Katie, she's drunk. But my cousin is so annoying and he's yelling and I can't deal. I don't understand the fucking deal with Fortnite, but it is so annoying. He literally just yells at his TV for like hours a day. I don't understand. But anyways, so we get to Saratoga. Katie's drunk, but it's her birthday, so that's fine. Like, she can be Katie having a great time. So we are like bar hopping. We're going to a bunch of different bars, and like I said, her sister was there and her sister's boyfriend, and so we're all kind of like going to the same places. And then we go to this one bar. It's like really small. It's really crowded. We're like, I don't know, I wasn't really feeling the vibe because it took forever to get a drink, so I wasn't really feeling it, but I finally got a drink and I was like, okay, we're just gonna have a good time. I have my Red Bull vodka. That's what I like to drink when I go out. And it's a good time. Like, we're all there together, and all of a sudden I see an elbow like literally coming at my eyeball, and like I said, it's really crowded in this place, so like I literally couldn't move. I couldn't do anything, and the next thing I know, I'm on the ground, and Katie's boyfriend's brother is helping me up, and he's like, oh my god, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know if I'm okay. Like, I don't know what just happened. Did he mean to do that? Like, what's going on? And he was like, no. And so then I went and told one of my other friends, and like she didn't understand it, and I was like, I don't understand it. And then I just felt so dumb because I was like, I'm drunk and I just got punched in the face, and like I'm laid out on the ground in a bar. So anyways, I make my way out of this bar. I'm like, okay, I'm leaving. This is not okay. I literally, my head felt like it was falling off. Like, I literally have never felt a pain like that in my life, but all I know is that my head just like literally felt like, I don't know, like, you know how when you have a headache you can feel a pulse? Like, it was that, but like a hammer. Like, it was like a hammering pulse. Like, it was so hard, and I just knew something was wrong. I was like, okay, like I literally have to get out of here. So I get out of the bar and I go and I call my aunt, and I'm like, listen, I just got punched in the face by like a literal grown-ass man. I need you to come get me. Like, I don't know what just happened, but I cannot be here. Like, I have to get out of here. To make a long story short, she comes and she picks me up, and like she wanted to like stay and beat this guy's ass. She's like, show me who it is. Like, we're not fucking around. Like, my family does not play games, so I was kind of scared. Like, I didn't want my aunt to like beat this guy up because obviously I didn't know what happened, and like no one else really knew, so like I didn't want to start trouble if like, you know. So my aunt brings me home and she's like, you know what, I think you just have a headache. You can go to sleep. You're gonna be fine. Mistake number one. So I go to sleep and I wake up the next day and I literally could not lift my head off the pillow. Like my head, pillow, couldn't move it, like cemented to the pillow. And I just was crying. Like I remember just laying in my bed crying. Like my head hurt so bad that like, I don't know what happened. Like something bad happened. Like, so I wake my aunt up and I'm like, we need to figure this out. I don't know what to do. My head is literally pounding off. And so basically that whole day I just laid in my bed and cried because I had a headache. And then I ended up going to the emergency room, right? Yes, I went to the emergency room and they diagnosed me with a concussion. So my life really changed in that moment because I didn't think it was going to be that serious. Like I thought they were going to be like, oh no, you're fine. But like, no, I legit had a concussion. And so I remember like it's been so long now, like we're turning 23. So like I just feel like I don't really remember like exactly what happened. But I know that I went back to the doctor a couple more times because I literally just had migraines every single day for like a week, I think, because they said that I was supposed to be like my headache should be gone in like a couple days, but it ended up being like I think a whole week and I still had like a constant headache every single day. Like I couldn't really look at my computer screen, it hurt too bad. So I went back to the doctor and I had to have some tests done on my head, and basically they just said that like I had post-concussion syndrome, which is just a syndrome that you get from having a concussion obviously, and they told me that it can last literally as long as it wants to. So it can last a day or a year or 2 years or however many years. So that was a lot of fun. I remember there was one point where I went back to the ER because I needed like something for the headaches. They were so bad and I didn't know, like I don't really take medicine. So I went back and they gave me like some medicine and they told me that like I'd be okay to drive myself home, and like I only live a few minutes from the hospital. So I'm like driving myself home and literally as I'm pulling up to my house, I'm like starting to pass out. Like I'm literally passing out, and good thing my aunt was walking out of my house as I was pulling up because I literally just started crying and was like freaking out because I didn't know what was wrong with me. And she called the hospital and they said that I wasn't supposed to be driving on that medication when the nurse just told me that I could drive. Yeah, that was really scary. And yeah, I just remember like I had a headache every single day, and I remember Katie was just like, I am so sorry, this is all my fault, and like Katie just felt so sorry, but obviously it wasn't her fault. Like she didn't punch me, like it had nothing to do with her. It was just a guy that happened to be too drunk in a bar and punched me in the face. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. And I remember there was one point where like it got so bad, like my headaches, that my family was like, okay, like we're over this, like we're calling the bar and we're getting the footage, because like obviously having post-concussion syndrome, that's pretty serious. Like I could literally be affected like in the future still, like one day I could literally still be affected by this. And so we called the bar just to see if like they had the camera footage, and they didn't. And like I almost think like I'm almost thankful a little, because like obviously I don't want to deal with that, but like I'm just lucky and blessed that nothing is actually wrong with me right now, and I hope that nothing ends up being wrong with me. I mean, I do have migraines from time to time, but I'm not gonna blame him for that. So yeah, that I just need to take a drink, because you just gotta drink to those moments, you know. So yeah, now every time I go out and I'm in like a really crowded place, especially if it's like small, or if there's people around that I don't know, or if I'm not with enough people that like I know, I can't get drunk. Like I just can't do it, because something in me is like, you get punched in the head again, you might die this time. Yeah, definitely scarred for life from that, but you know, it was a learning lesson. Your girl doesn't get drunk in tiny, small, confined places, you know. She doesn't do none of that. Also, and he did not mean it, the guy that did it. He well, at least I don't think so. The story I heard was that he was just like jumping, like, you know, feeling the beat, doing the Jersey Shore, like, you know, and just like boom, elbowed me right in the face, and down I went. But you know, he didn't stop he just kept going, you know. He just kept going with the night. He did not stop to see like, did I just kill that girl? He didn't. So you know, if you're watching this, I'm good. I didn't die. You didn't kill anyone that night. Here I am. But you know what? You better be careful, because you have a strong ass elbow. Let me just tell you that. So thanks so much for listening to my story about when I got punched in the face at a bar and got a concussion. I hope you guys enjoyed, and obviously there's no like bad blood or anything like that. I'm fine now, everything's cool. I just thought it'd be funny to tell this story, so yeah, I'm gonna go before I spill red wine all over my white blanket.